Hey, good morning from Hickory. I have been loving the springtime weather these days, and I hope you have too. And yes, that is a tractor noise in the background, so welcome to my backyard. Well, this morning we will continue reading and reflecting in the book of John, and we will pick up at chapter 16, verses 16 through 24, and I'm reading from the English Standard Version. A little while you will see me no longer, and again a little while, and you will see me. So some of his disciples said to one another, "What is this that he says to us? A little while and you will not see me, and again a little while and you will see me, and because I'm going to the Father?" So they were saying, "What does he mean by a little while? We do not know what he is talking about." And Jesus knew that they wanted to ask him, and so he said to them, "Is this what you are asking yourselves, what I meant by saying a little while and you will not see me, and again a little while and you will see me? Truly, truly, I say to you, you will weep and lament, but the world will rejoice. You will be sorrowful, but your sorrow will turn to joy. When a woman is giving birth, she has sorrow because her hour has come. But when she has delivered the baby, she no longer remembers the anguish, for joy that a human being has been born into the world. So also you have sorrow now, but I will see you again, and your hearts will rejoice, and no one will take your joy from you. In that day you will ask nothing of me. Truly, truly, I say to you, whatever you ask of the Father in my name, he will give it to you. Until now, you have asked nothing in my name. Ask, and you will receive, that your joy may be full." You know, as Jesus continues his conversation and encouragement to his followers, it's so interesting and so like us that the concern of the disciples is how long Jesus' absence is going to last. Jesus says to them, "In a little while you will see me no more." Boy, his disciples immediately pick up on that phrase, "a little while." You know, we can almost sense their hearts clutched with fear and worry as they say to themselves, "How long does he mean? And why does this have to happen? What does he mean because I'm going to the Father?" You can see that the focus of their concern is on the when and the why. And you know what? If you and I had been there, that is exactly what we would have been asking. I know I would have been. Aren't we most always concerned about how long a trial is going to last and wondering why we have to go through it? Aren't these the questions that we inevitably ask whenever we have trouble? Why and how long? But when Jesus answers his troubled disciples, he completely ignores the whole matter of time. Jesus is not concerned one bit about the why and the how long. His answer goes straight to that process and the result that will be certain to follow. He's concerned with the how and the what. He makes it clear to them that this period of great sorrow is inevitable. He cannot spare this from them. And in verse 20, Jesus tells them that there's going to be a time when they will weep and lament, and they're going to be in sorrow, and the whole world around them is going to be rejoicing. And then he says, "But your sorrow will be turned into joy." How long it takes is not significant. The inevitable result of joy is the important thing. You know, Jesus' emphasis is strictly on what is coming at the end, the joy that he says is certain. During this time especially, and other hard seasons of our lives, you know, do we not all ask at some point, how long will we go through this? In verse 21, Jesus uses the beautiful picture of childbirth to help us understand. You know, several times at church we have a parent-child dedication. And when those babies are dedicated, the face of that mama is a picture of joy, pure joy. And what caused that joy? The baby. Yet a few weeks earlier, that same mama, she was in anguish and pain. And what was causing the pain? The baby. In other words, the same thing that caused the sorrow is later causing the joy. This is different from how we usually think. It's easier, and most times what we assume is that our sorrow is going to be replaced by joy. But the promise of Jesus is that the very thing that causes sorrow is also going to be the cause of joy. This is one of the great principles and promises and gifts and mercies that marks an authentic walk with Jesus. It is one of the ways by which Jesus works in our life. He takes the very thing that causes us heartache and sorrow and turns it into a cause of and for joy. My prayer for you today is that you know the Lord works in such wonderful ways, and that you trust that he will make most certainly that which brings sorrow in your life into a source of joy.